How did Kris Jenner go from a simple flight attendant to the mastermind behind a $3 billion dynasty? But before exposing their annual income, let's dive deep into the two main reasons for their success, which involved a homicide case and a surprisingly well-produced sex tape. In this video, we're uncovering the rise and yes, the scandals that fueled the Kardashian-Jenner world influence. Stay tuned, because this isn't just a story about fame. This is the playbook for those bold enough to navigate between total failure and extraordinary wealth. Our story starts with Kris, the mother of the Kardashians. Unlike many elite status celebrities, Kris was not born into wealth or fame. She was a junior flight attendant in her early 20s, balancing trays of drinks and handing out salty peanuts. This was just the first chapter for Kris, who had bigger dreams. After a year as a flight attendant, she had enough. She quickly moved on to her next exciting role, full-time motherhood. Her marriage to high-profile attorney Robert Kardashian in the 80s gave her financial stability and comfort to raise her kids for the next 10 years. I can't imagine how she kept all those ambitions and entrepreneurial dreams alive for a whole decade, but it was short-lived and her marriage soon fell apart. Between 1991 and 1995, after her divorce from Robert and her marriage to Kris Jenner, Kris faced financial struggles working behind the scenes to revive Bruce's career and raising her family.
I thought I would transition before I was 40.
She was somewhat successful, and they managed to get by, securing various endorsement deals and public appearances. But it wasn't until the shocking OJ Simpson murder trial in 1995 that Kris truly stepped into the public eye.
OJ Simpson is sitting in the back seat, and he has a gun at his head.
After saying goodbye to his mother, OJ was finally arrested.
Kim's godfather and one of Robert Kardashian's closest friends, OJ Simpson, was charged with the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ron Goldman.
My family was always super close, except for the time when my dad was representing OJ.
On one side, Kris' ex-husband Robert Kardashian was in the legal spotlight, defending his close friend OJ, who was accused of the murders of his ex-wife Nicole and her friend Ronald Goldman. But here's the twist. Kris Jenner wasn't just any bystander. Her best friend Nicole Simpson was one of the victims.
She actually said, Nicole's been shot. And I said, what? I said, okay, I'm on my way, where do I go? And she said, no, she didn't make it. And I said, what do you mean she's been? And that was the information that Judy had.
This connection landed Kris front and center in one of the most heavily covered trials in American history, which was covered all over the world. The trial was chaotic, emotional, and intense, but it also marked Kris's first taste of navigating the media storm. For Kris, this was a lesson in public relations to control the press for her personal gain. From here, Kris learned public exposure equals influence, and while most people would run away from the spotlight, Kris ran straight into it. She watched, she learned, and she never forgot. Now let's fast forward to 2007. At this point, no one knows about the Kardashians. Nothing too exciting happened since the OJ Simpson trial, but all this was about to change. For most families, if a relative was discovered to be in a viral sex tape, it would be a disaster. But for Kris, she saw an opportunity. Instead of letting the scandal drag them down, she flipped the narrative.
When I first heard about Kim's tape, as her mother, I wanted to kill her. But as her manager, I knew that I had a job to do.
That same year, just as reality TV was taking off, she used the sex tape leak to launch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, turning a personal setback into a PR launchpad that timing couldn't have been better.
Kim Kardashian is becoming a national obsession.
Whether you like them or not, you cannot dispute the fact that they are now probably the biggest name in pop culture.
Can't wait to see you coming!
We end up sleeping in an elevator shaft.
These people slept on the sidewalk hoping to see Kylie Jenner.
I haven't drank water, I haven't bathed, I've been sleeping on the floor.
People that aren't here or don't know the Kardashians are not living their life perfectly because they're just a good family.
This strategy is called controversy capitalization, using a negative event as leverage. The same way she uses the chaotic drama in her family to keep viewers emotionally invested in their reality show. Kris was the ultimate mastermind behind the show, turning one controversy at a time into stepping stones of fortune and fame. But the money printing machine didn't stop with the show. That was just the tip of the iceberg. The Kardashians actually built most of their wealth with the help of their loyal fans. Limited makeup kits and footwear with millions of fans almost guarantees product sellouts. Kylie's scarcity tactics work like a charm, keeping her Instagram fans hooked, like cult members following her every move.
Kylie Jenner's lipstick line went on sale at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the kits literally sold out within minutes.
This is just so exciting. Dolce is the first to go.
None of us knew how big it was going to be.
Oh my God, 265,000 people on the site.
Social media has been a really big blessing to me because I don't pay for advertising. All the advertising I do is literally on Snapchat and Instagram.
Kylie, with the help of her mother Kris, essentially gamified the beauty industry by intentionally creating demand through limiting supply.
We all got on the website at the same time and it wouldn't load. And I thought the site crashed.
Oh my God, no one managed to buy anything because the site crashed.
Watching the site go up and then just watching everything. I mean, it was gone.
Something was really wrong with the platform. Oh my goodness, this whole thing has just crashed.
And then I get a phone call and they said, oh no, we sold out of everything in less than a minute.
This is just so exciting.
Kylie Jenner released her lipstick at 9 a.m. this morning, and the kits sold out in just a matter of minutes.
She just announced it on social media. My lip kits are up, and within seconds it was gone.
And I was like, what? We should have ordered more lip kits. Oh no.
So the next time you hear about a limited edition sale, don't go crazy, because usually the next sale is just around the corner. And speaking of FOMO, hit the subscribe button if you want more videos that break down the secrets of today's most successful brands. Before we jump into breaking down the Kardashians' annual income, I was surprised to see that Kylie was named a self-made billionaire. I personally don't agree with this statement. Is she really self-made? Would be great to hear your thoughts in the comments. But I think if you get rich by riding your parents' success, that is not considered self-made. What do you think? Moving on, Kim's launch of SKIMS didn't simply emerge, it ignited, bringing in around $150 million in the first year. SKIMS became more than a product for Kim's millions of fans. It became a movement, reshaping conversations around body inclusivity. It inspired people to be more comfortable with who they are and what they wear.
It started off with simply finding shapewear that was a skin tone that would match my color and a lot of my friends' skin tone. You'd either get like a super light nude or just black. There was nothing in between.
Behind this genius lies a strategy that focused on a deep understanding of what today's audience truly crave. It isn't just about buying something, it's about belonging. It's being emotionally invested in the brand. Kim learned a trick or two from her mother, by that point knowing very well how relatable values forge powerful bonds with fans. She urged Kim to tap into this sentiment to build SKIMS not only as another product, but as a voice that speaks to the inner identity of its audience. That's the essence of SKIMS. Create a story that doesn't just entertain, but invites. A story where every person should feel comfortable and confident with their appearance, which increases loyalty, influencing shoppers to return time and time again. So after years of dominating headlines and social media feeds, why the Kardashians are losing momentum? Well, what was once relatable has become overly curated. Audiences today crave authenticity, and the Kardashians' highly filtered posts are now starting to feel disconnected from the raw, spontaneous energy they once had. Kris has always known how to adapt, but even she now faces a new generation that values authenticity over perfection. The Kardashian elite lifestyle, once a symbol of influence, could be the very reason they're losing touch with today's audience. You might say they've drifted too deep into Tinseltown.
They don't really act
You don't sing, you don't dance, you don't have any, forgive me, any talent.
But we're still entertaining people.
Kendall Jenner. I'm not exactly sure what she does. What's your talent?
It is a talent to have a brand that's really successful off of getting people to like you for you.
Hi, I'm Kim Kardashian West, and I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how to take the perfect selfie.
You know, I work so hard.
We work a lot. I'm truly a workaholic. I work 24/7, do the work, and be authentic about it.
After dominating pop culture for over a decade, cracks are starting to show. Fans are feeling disconnected, calling them out for over-the-top lifestyle, endless product pushes, and content that feels, well, staged.
The Kardashians are superhumans living in a distorted reality, both artificially made by media puppeteers to sell you products.
Hey guys, it's me, Kim Kardashian.
Towards the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the storylines were getting old, the show was becoming more scripted than ever before, Kylie and Kendall were hardly on it, and people were over it.
Today's social media is craving real, unfiltered moments. The rise of platforms like TikTok with its raw and the moment style has created a new type of influencer that the Kardashians just don't compete with.
At this point, it seems like the Kardashians are getting desperate for ratings. Someone even suggested that this narrative was planned better than the alternative rumors. For them, the show is a convenient platform to push their version of events without directly addressing any controversies. However, for viewers, it's just boring. Every scene feels so contrived compared to a few seasons ago. It makes me wonder how much longer this show will last. There was no juicy scandal or major life update that we've come to expect from the Kardashians. It seems like the magic formula that kept audiences hooked is starting to wear thin.
Regardless, they're still making millions. Ready to discover how much? In 2023, they actually pulled in around $220 million. Kris Jenner made approximately $40 million, where the vast majority comes from a 10% managerial cut she takes from her children's earnings, along with her own little business ventures. Kim is bringing in around $80 million. Kim's earnings come mostly from her shapewear line SKIMS, which was valued at $500 million. And the crown goes to Kylie. With $100 million annually, Kylie's primary income sources include her cosmetic company, real estate investments, and appearances on reality TV. As the public taste for authenticity grows, the Kardashians' popularity could be facing bigger troubles. Where do they go from here? Can Kris adapt to this new demand for unfiltered transparency? Will we see another sex tape stunt to pull them back into the spotlight, or will they fade as fans seek out influencers who are more authentic? Stick around and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more behind the scenes of the world's most successful brands.